Hi there, students. A hard nut to crack, or also a tough nut to crack. It means that something is difficult to resolve. It's difficult to understand. It's hard to make any progress with it. So, a mathematical problem might be a hard nut to crack, or to get a child to behave reasonably. You might say this child is a hard nut to crack, a tough nut to crack. Okay, so a tough nut to crack. This is a problem that's very difficult to solve. A person who's very difficult to understand. It's talking about something that is difficult to do, that it's not going to be resolved easily. Yeah, this is a person who could be difficult to deal with, a person who is not easy. The defense of the team, of our opponents, is a tough nut to crack. This problem is a hard nut to crack. Okay, you could even say just a tough nut. Somebody's a tough nut, but we're saying it's a tough nut to crack. So the problem of global warming is going to be a hard nut to crack. It's not going to be something very easy. Being successful on YouTube is a hard nut to crack. It's not an easy thing to obtain. A formidable undertaking. Or a person who's very difficult to know, very difficult to understand or convince. I've been trying to sell him this car for ages, but he's a tough nut to crack, and he just keeps saying no. He keeps refusing. So it's a challenging problem, or a challenging situation, a situation that is difficult to overcome, or somebody who is difficult to deal with. An opportunity, or a place where it's difficult to gain entry. So getting a place at Cambridge University is a tough nut to crack. Okay, it's not an easy thing to do. Getting tickets for the concert is going to be a tough nut to crack, a hard nut to crack. It's not going to be an easy thing to do. So beating him is going to be a very hard nut to crack. Selling this to the board of directors is going to be a hard nut to crack. Okay, this reforming prisoners, reforming criminals in prison can be a particularly hard nut to crack. Okay, so it's something that's difficult to do, something that it's not easy to get success directly. It's something that it's not going to be easier. So it's going to be he's a hard nut to crack, and I think it's going to be difficult to get him to agree with the terms of the contract. I've been asking her to go out with me for years, but she really is a hard nut to crack. Okay, she just won't say yes. Maybe she doesn't like me. Okay, something's a hard nut to crack. It's not easy to do. It's difficult to understand. It's a difficult problem, or an individual who's difficult to deal with. This assignment, this is a hard nut to crack. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to resolve. This problem is a hard nut to crack. When you meet somebody who's a hard nut to crack, you need some persistence. You need not to give up easily. One look at the situation told me that this was going to be a hard nut to crack. It wasn't going to be easy. The Cambridge proficiency exam is a hard nut to crack. It's not something that is easy. It's something that you're going to have to work hard for. So yeah, you've got a nut, yeah, and it's very difficult to get what's inside out. That's the literal idea of it. Formality, I think I'm going to give this a hard nut to crack. I think I'm going to give it a 4, maybe a 4.5. Use informally, semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing, but not formally. So a hard or a tough nut to crack.